Wait, I'm not live yet. Still light out. Must not be live yet. Coming up soon. Couple of minutes. You got to listen to my crap. I get a lot of questions on if you're taking the Series 6, this SIE, the 63, the 7, 66, 65, whatever you want to take, whatever you're taking, this channel will be the best resource for you to use. Now, the question I get all the time in these lives, and I'm trying to save some time so people don't have to hear the same thing over and over again. I love your questions, but this will help you. Is I'm taking the test tomorrow, next week, whatever. What do I do? I answer this all the time. Totally cool. We're good. But let's get into this a little bit. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, get off. I love your views. Just get off. I don't need them that bad. I'd rather you get some sleep. Go watch my quick and dirty on the video on the quick and dirty, and go from there. Get some sleep. Get up. Take this thing like a bad bitch. Take it like a savage. Don't look back. Beat the crap out of it. You have the confidence to beat this thing. Okay. Now, if you're taking it after tomorrow, say you're taking it in 2 days, no testing tomorrow. If you really need to, and your boss makes you, then do short quizzes. Nothing big. Nothing that's going to rattle your brains. Just maybe shake the cobwebs off. Tomorrow should be if you're taking it, anytime after tomorrow, the day before should always be adding knowledge. Watch videos, read chapters you're weak on, do little tiny quizzes, but you should be adding knowledge and done right around dinner time. Maybe if you're taking in the afternoon, maybe a little later, but really tomorrow's not a tax your brain stuff. It's really add stuff, go over acronyms. I have videos that cover last minute stuff, all that stuff. And now let's say you're taking it beyond 2 days from now. You want to take a final every morning, or try to match it to the time you're taking it on the test, right? Take a final every day. And then anything you score, review it in detail, wrong and right answers. You got to learn from the right ones. Make sure you got them right for the right reason and wrong for the wrong reason. Could be dumb mistakes, right? Or just lack of knowledge. Go back and then review it. Anything under 75 or under 70, you want to reread or watch a video on, and rinse, repeat. Don't tax yourself too much. Don't go crazy. Look, I'm not a fan of more than one test a day, but some firms require 2 or 3 a day. You got to do what you got to do. Okay. It's not going to hurt you. Just remember the third test of the day will almost always be a lot worse than your first two. I mean, your second one will drop. Third one, I mean, after 400 questions, 500 questions, you can't be at the same place. So don't stress yourself over that. Just the last one, kind of mail it in. But most of the time is getting used to just reviewing everything. Also, start getting a good night's sleep right away. You want to get in the habit. You don't want to be up till midnight every night, and then 3 days before the test start changing your pattern. No, I do that. If I'm up at 3 o'clock one night and I sleep late the next day to like 8 or so, or 9, because I'm old, I don't sleep late. I screw, and then I'm up till 3 o'clock every night. And even if I try to go to bed early, I'm staring at the ceiling. I got to put an audiobook on, or I can't go to sleep. So start your pattern early. Now remember, the night before should be relaxing. Go out to dinner, do whatever you have to do to relax. Whatever floats your boat. If it means being strapped up and whipped, I don't care. Whatever works for you works. Okay. Those are the two things. That's what the most common question I get is, what do I do if I'm taking the test? So hopefully this solves it so I can work on other stuff. Okay, now, remember something. I'm here to help you. Ask questions on anything. I have a couple of things I have, right? So I have the Facebook groups, Series 65, 66 exam group, super supportive for those exams. Then I run, I'm a moderator on the one, but on this one, I run along with Michael Weiss, who's a great tutor, by the way, Series 7 exam, tutor.com, and I'm series7exam.org. I just messed them up. I'm very expensive. He's about half the cost, but he's really good. If you go to the Facebook group, super supportive community, unbelievably supportive community. It's unbelievable. There's about almost 4,500, 5,000 people in there. A lot of supportive people. It's called FINRA Exam Prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. The most supportive group they have a chat room going. They start study groups, which are magic, all that stuff. Anyway, come on. You know what? Enough of this. Ken, let's get on. Hey, how are you? Love it. Welcome on. Hope that stuff is good. I'm hoping you guys watch that thing so that you know what to do. If where are we? Where's my, there we go. Chat. There we go. Good stuff. I hope everyone's doing well. Okay. Works for me. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Thursday. Again, see, I'm stuck in the city again. So since I am not going to, yes, Clayton, I do. Since I am not going to miss this train again, I have a hard stop. Yeah, I have a hard stop at 9:30. Same thing. And it's raining, so I can't take you'll never get a cab when it's raining in the city. Okay. Everyone, welcome on. Okay, so let's go. 6-point studies. Boom. You're the first one on. Ian. Okay. If you want, first of all, Ian, get some good questions. Okay. So now, don't worry about it. Just keep reading. Okay. 6-point, we got this. Don't worry about it. So now, Ian, so here's the thing. So spreads are, so remember what spreads are. So I have a couple of videos where I talk about the basics. If you want to really learn about all the options, go join my membership. It's like $20 for the month. It's not so bad. But understand a spread, okay? A spread versus a straddle, okay? Oh, hold on. Miss. Boom. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Flam. That's great. So you're done. Everything's done, huh? All done. No more. You get to rock the rest of your summer. That's perfect. Lemuel, happy to help. Boom. I love that. Flam, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you on here, but I appreciate that. That means so much to me. It really does. Now, so again, spreads, remember this. So spreads are either going to be bullish or bearish. I knew it was Flamore. I wasn't sure. I started saying it, then I wasn't sure if it was a different name. So I was like, I'm not going to look like an idiot. I thought it was you. Okay, now, I'm so happy for you, Flamore. I'm so happy for you. It's great to get all that shit off your plate and to be like, you can enjoy the last 3 weeks of summer and move it into September. Okay. Now, spread. So if a spread is going to be always remember to recognize a spread is half the battle. So a straddle is buy a call, buy a put. So the actions are the same, but the options are different. But do a spread, it's buy a call, sell a call. So remember, spreads are either call spreads or put spreads. So they have 2 calls or 2 puts. Straddles are long or short, so they have 2 buys or 2 sells. And one of the students, this girl Tina, and I haven't seen her in a while. Her line was to remember how to recognize. She said bed spread. She always remembered bed spread. So bed spread. I like that. I thought that was really good. Okay. Yeah, go on. Boom. I'd love to. I'll try to stay up. But look, boom, I love it. So thank God. Come on every once in a while and just say hi. I'd love to have you come on here. Now, what was I going to say on this? So now, the next part is they're bullish or bearish. You have to find the dominant option. So always look from with a big, and this is where I'm going to stop and you go join the club. And we do study groups and all that. It's a lot of fun. If you find, yeah, I can do that, Jackie. Sometimes I feel like Mitch McConnell. I just stop talking in the middle, right? So, I'm using a bad camera. That's why. Oh, that's right. Well, I'm not going to switch it now. So if I have because it's light out in here, it works. So sometimes you just want to find the dominant option, and what you do is you look for the biggest premium. So if you find the biggest premium, so say you have a buy call at 5 and a sell call at 2, the buy call at 5 is the bigger premium. That tells you everything. If the dominant option is a buy, it's a debit. That's for sure. And then look at the dominant option. The dominant option, if that is bullish, then so is the spread. If that option is bearish, then so is the spread. Meaning that if your dominant option is a buy call, it's bullish because buy calls are bullish. If your dominant option is a sell put, well, sell puts are bullish. The spread is bullish. If your dominant option is selling a call, then since selling a call is bearish, you're bearish. And that's also a credit. Remember, if the dominant option is a buy, it's a debit. You want it to widen and exercise, DWE. And that's debit, widen, exercise. And if it's a credit, then you want it to narrow and expire. Boom. Hope that helps a little bit. You can join the club if you want to do it. It's like $20. Solve your problem. My option shit is like game changing. Okay. Material. You don't have to know the difference in material and immaterial. You just have to know that material, non-public information is inside info, and you'll get in trouble for spreading it. And you can't delete it. You can't omit material facts from. You cannot omit material facts from a disclosure or anything like that, or any kind of whenever you're going to disclose stuff to a customer. Immaterial, non-material, nobody cares. It's stuff that nobody cares about. Material means something that someone would need to make a decision. Immaterial means they don't need it and it doesn't matter. Like an immaterial fact would be like, branch from the second floor to the third floor. Remove cares. But you're saying, we're in talks to negotiate, blah, 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 then that would matter. So Dan McGarry. Boom. Fucking love it. Dan McGarry, congratulations. Big first step. You must have gotten into that weekend like a boss. Like a goddamn boss. That's awesome. Okay, did you watch my video on it? Just keep going over this stuff, okay? Okay. I know they're look, I like Notman for the most part, but anyone who tells you not to read, Facebook, just go onto my YouTube. Just go onto my YouTube, Capital Advantage Tutoring. Although I think I have to change the name soon because I have a couple layers of businesses, and I may have to change this to Series 7 Whisper just to keep it separate. I don't know, but I'm doing the tutoring on one thing, the social media on another. I got to figure it out. I'm working on it. Okay, so now you read the bonds chapter today. The first time through is going to be tough. Maybe watch my bonds videos, Mia. It is MLA. I'm going to call you Mia, even though it's MLA. Just maybe go watch my videos on it and then take another quiz, see how that goes. Try that. 6 point, we got this. 6 should be good. I don't like a big gap between, like a gap like that, because you lose some of your shit, but you should be fine. Okay. Good. Okay. So Matt, you only have to amortize. Remember, OID you must accrete. So the other ones you don't have to. And premium munis you have to amortize. The other ones you don't have to. Literally, I say 2 things. OID you must accrete and premium munis you must amortize. That's it. Nothing else you have to do. Everything else is you get to if you want to. That's going to take a lot of time, Clayton. Okay, I'm going to get this. Okay. Hold on. I think I'm missing some of this. Yeah, man. Dan, exactly. Just don't stop, man. Don't stop. Okay. So stock increased from 47 to 50. So that's $3. It increased from 2 to 250 per share. Wait, how many questions you giving me, Jane? One at a time, kid. One at a fucking time. What the hell test is this? 1 is if it's fucking past perfect, I'm going to fucking hang up on you because you never have to do yield to maturity. I'll say this again. You never have to do fucking yield to maturity. Ever. Yeah, I know I numbered them. You got 3 of them. And are there answers? 4. Okay. Hold on. I don't care about the dividend payout ratio. Okay. Boom, Clayton. Yeah, take a break. Hold on. Yeah, because chain number 2, I'm not going to do unless you're trying to figure out. You'll never have to do yield to maturity ever in your fucking life. Okay. You do have to know if the only way it works is if you know that I'm going to do number 2 first. Because the other one takes math, and I don't really to get current yield. You're going to take the payout of 250 divided by 50. That's what it should be. Oh, let me just do this. Hold on. Boo 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 boo. My chaos hour. Boom. Just read, boo. My little boo boo. Just read. Read the book for the first 2 weeks. I don't need the answers, Jane Doe. I'll get it. So just read the book, boo boo. That's what we got to do. While I go get beat up by Jane for the next 10 minutes. Let's see. Okay. Now, current yield is literally dividend over market price, right? So you're going to do 250 divided by 50. That's the only way it works. 250 divided by $50. That's the only it can be. So that was that 5%. Has to be 5%. I don't know why the dividend payout ratio doesn't matter. The current yield is literally what we pay over. So 250 per share divided by 50, it has to be 5%. So because current yield is what you pay, what you get over what you paid. So it's at $50, you're getting 250 per share. I assume that that's yearly. So 250 divided by 50 should be 5%. That should be the answer. Now, on number 2, since nominal yield is a coupon of 6.35, it's trading at a discount. The only thing you have to know is that the yield to maturity is going to be higher than 6.37. Why is it fucking 2%? What am I doing wrong here? What am I missing? Oh, motherfucker. I know what I did. Never mind. I read that as a dividend. Never mind. It's stupid. They're not. This is something they won't do on the test. So the payout ratio that's achieved from 50 to 40. So you have to do 40% of 250 and make me goddamn bring out a calculator. So first I have to do this. $2.50 times 40%. So that's going to be $1. I got, and then $1 divided by 50. That's all you're doing. So again, they fucking not doing this to you. So you're no, they're actually Kaplan, she said, but that's fine. So your dividend payout ratio is what you pay out of the earnings per share. So you're going to pay 40% of 250, which is $1. And then $1 divided by $50 is your 2%. And that's what it is. I guess that's stupid. I'm not angry. I'm just angry. Okay. So now 16, it's been a long day. I've been doing this analyst class since 7 a.m. 16 years ago, I should say I left it before 7. Okay. 16 years ago, C&E Railroad issued a 30-year bond carrying a nominal yield of 6.37. It has a price of 93 5/8. So I can get the current yield, and it has to be higher than the current yield. So I'm going to do 6.37 divided by 93.625. How did I get that? Okay. Yeah, muni bonds have to be amortized at a premium. All premium bonds, all premium munis have to be amortized. So, by the way, how did I get 93.625? I do 5 divided by 8 to give me 0.625, and then add the 93. And then I'm going to do 6.37 divided by 93 5/8. So that's going to give me a current yield of 6.8. Has to be higher than that, okay? So whatever the yield to maturity is, has to be higher than 6.8. Because I did 6.37 divided by 93 5/8. That gave me 6.8 as a current. So it has to be higher than that. You'll never, ever have to figure that out. Ever. So, Jane, do you understand what I'm saying on the 2%? You have to figure out the payout ratio. Payout ratio is how much they pay out of their earnings per share. They're paying out 40% of 250, right? Paying out 40% of 250. That's $1. Divided by 50. This one is going to be here. Boom. Okay. I'll get to your question. And then that's it. So let's go to number 3. Again, this is them being assholes, which is not something you have to. This is like double step shit. So pay dividend $2.80 per share. That represents a dividend payout. This is what I tell everyone. If you are doing algebra, you're doing something wrong. 2.8 divided by 0.7. Oh, so it's 70%. 2.8. So all premium munis have to amortize. So I have a paid dividend to 280. The PE should not matter. Well, maybe it does. So I have a $4 earnings per share. So I did 280 divided by 0.7 because it's 70%. So that gives me a earnings per share of $4. Then I do 4 times 13 so it should be a $52 stock. Why? Because the PE. Yeah, exactly. Michael, it's fucking crap. The practice exam is so fucking hard on Kaplan that I don't know how anyone passes it. So again, so we're going to do this. My payout ratio, my dividends are 280. The payout ratio is 70%. So that means 280 is 70% of my earnings per share. So I'm going to do 280 divided by 0.7. That's going to give me $4. Yeah, they're all from fucking Kaplan. So $4. That's my earnings per share. PE ratio is market price divided by earnings. So if it's 13, I'm going to do 4 times 13. That gives me whatever it is, $52. So a straddle is just everything's the same, okay? Yeah, they're fucking hard. So, and Jane Doe, you know I'm not mad at you. It's just I'm pissed at the way the questions come in. So a straddle is you buy a call, buy a put, same strike, same month, all that shit. A strangle is when there's different strikes or different months. Probably more likely on the test, it's a what is not this kind of thing. That's all, okay? Unless you're a family member, Wendy, but we'll get there, okay? I know it feels like she's taking the 79. No, she's taking the 7, I think. Okay. Richie, you should be in probably the mid 70s, depending on the firm. If it's Kaplan, low 70s is higher. STC, mid 70s, achievable, mid 70s and 80s. Okay. But Jane, you are ready. You got to fucking say, you got that on the mastery. You're fucking fine. You're fucking rocking this thing. Just take your time. And again, what the hell are you doing on here? Get the hell off. Go to sleep. Get some sleep. Get laid. Do something. Okay. Now, for who's your, so when you under the 63, on the 63, the 65, the 66, if the IAR leaves, boom, there you go. Jane, I love it. I love having you on here, but I want you on next Tuesday telling me how well it went. So now, because you're going to rock this thing, you're going to go in there like a bad bitch, right? Oh, achievable, you want to be high 70s, low 80s, Richie. Go take the FINRA exam on the website. Go take, Notman has a free FINRA exam on their website, and then you can go to FINRA. And I have a link here. If you want to go through the link and find them, that works. You don't have to buy anything. Just go through that link. You'll be able to get to them so you can look at their free test. Also check out the FINRA one. And if you pass that, you should be fine. So now, if I'm an IAR and I work for a federal covered advisor, the IAR is responsible for telling the administrator when they leave and start at a new place. If I'm an IAR and I work for a state advisor, the IA tells the state when the IAR leaves. Boom, exactly. Boom. Carol's unbelievably positive attitude is going to carry you over the line because you're a bad bitch and you're going to nail this thing. Good. Pink power. I like that. Well, 6, if you're not done with the book, just read the fucking book. Okay? Stop doing quizzes till you're done with the book. Read the whole book. Read the whole book. I say it again. Read the whole book. Read the whole book. Read the whole book. Okay. Jane, hold on. Let me see what's the last one? D, right? Accept unsolicited from. This is what it's got to be. Oh, accept. Oh, actually, that's actually okay. It's an exempt transaction. Yeah, I guess you have to tell them to disclose because you're an offer registered. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Boom. Boom. Read the book. I'm telling you, 6 point. Yeah, it's got to be B because if you have to disclose the commission at some point. Okay. Again, Flamor, but thank you very much. Yeah, CFA is just fucking charter financial. It's a CFA. Those are big time. It's not a licensing. I mean, it is. It's its own certification. Okay. Oh, Dylan, you're in great shape. Boom, Dylan, you're in good shape. You should be in good shape. Lemuel, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're here for you, baby. No, market makers are on the stock exchange. They have designated market makers. On NASDAQ, which is still an exchange, they have market makers. On the second market, they have market makers. And on the third market, they have market makers. So literally, market makers are for secondary markets. The only place that doesn't have market makers really is the New York Stock Exchange, but they have designated market makers or specialists. So market makers are for almost all trading, except for fourth market. They don't have them. Read. Somer, read. Somer, I can't. Some Mr. Mead, go read. Read. That's the best thing to do is read the regulations or watch my videos on them. Either way, read the regulations. It's low hanging fruit. And remember, Monday night before the test, anyone taking the test, what are you going to read first? Customer accounts. You always read customer accounts. Matt, we'll talk about that. Boom. Hold on. So you're fine. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Adam, I would, but that's is the thing. So I can do, here's the thing. Go watch my video on breakpoints. Hold on. Break even. I'm an idiot. Rachel, no. Here. So, Adam, that's all the breakpoints for all the different option problems. If you want to do the max gain, max loss, and other stuff, sorry, but you're going to have to go behind the paywall. I'm a dick about one thing. That's the only thing I don't put back there because my options are different than everyone else's. So, I don't use T-charts. You want to use your T-chart, that's fine. But this will help you with the break-even points and help you recognize different ones. Michael, I'm not allowed to. I don't have permission from them. Remember this, I have permission from STC and Achievable and Notman to do their tests. I don't have it from ExamFX. Sorry, that's just the thing. I can't do it. Like, I think you offered that before and I would do it, but I can't do it. I mean, I do it with people on their lessons, but I can't publicize it. Thank you, Dylan and Wendy. Thank you very much. Let me catch up. Oh, okay. There's stagflation. No, you did. I think you asked it for the other exam too, I think. There you go. Advanced financial planning for every person and every need. That's funny. Flamort, how can I be the best when you're the best? Jackie, if you go into my channel, there's right on my front page, there should be a join button somewhere. You join it, and there's a bunch of different choices there. It's on my, you're on my YouTube. So, yeah, just join. If you go on there, that's where it is. Bianca. So, guys, if you want to join, you just go on my page, and do not do it on your iPhone. Do not do it on your iPhone because you're going to pay an extra 30%. Do it on your laptop or laptop. You don't pay the extra 30% to Apple. And this way you're saving some money. Just find the join button, and there's your choices. Bianca, boom, I love it. Boom, and boom. Don't worry about rate T on options. It's such a tiny thing. It's 100%. Don't worry about it. Rate T on options, God, that's fucking past perfect. Taking down that road. Ignore it. Move it on. See, I like it. You're doing one at a time. I don't have to yell at you anymore, Bianca. That's awesome. Okay. Stagflation. We know what inflation is. Inflation is rising prices. We know what deflation is. Deflation is lowering prices. We know what disinflation is. That's what we're going through now, where we still have inflation, but it's coming up lower. Boom. I will see you. Michael, I will definitely see you there. Okay. Okay. Boom. Now, yeah, if you pay the $25 one. Web browser, not through the YouTube, not through the iPhone. Okay. Now. Yeah, not on my website, but on the YouTube, but on a website, on a desktop or laptop. Now, so disinflation is when you have inflation that's going up, but it's going up slower. Now, stagflation is when you have inflation and no jobs, and it's a bad economy. Is what happened, or when Democrats are in office. No, I'm totally kidding. So it's when inflation is going up, okay, and you have high unemployment. So it's not So it's not a good economy. That's what happened in the late 70s, okay? So we had rising prices and not a lot of jobs. It's literally the worst thing that can happen because high unemployment, bad economy, but the prices are still going up. It's not good, okay? And again, Dan, I'm so fucking happy for you. Yeah. Some people catch that one. So now, I know that they're not a fan of the book because they want people to blitz in because, I mean, they keep saying it's a marathon, it's a sprint, and I get it, and I like them. I just disagree with their model on that. Okay. Again, so if you want to get to my videos, all you have to do is come to my channel and look for the playlist. Now, here's the one thing. Don't sweat the DPPs at all. Okay. They just go heavy on that. Okay. Now, I will talk about the REITs and the DPPs, but the REITs are more tested. Okay. Not for sale. No, you're better off going to STC and buying their supplemental. It's cheaper. I do one online, right? But Dylan, I do one online, but you're better off just buying it from STC. There's like $20. You get 4 tests. Unless you already use STC, then maybe buy the Kappa ones. Okay. So it's basically, if you want to see my videos, go on the channel. But your best bet is tab over to playlists and look for the one that works for you and go there instead of trying to search and through other videos. Okay. So back to this. I think I answered the question. Ryan, you may have asked a question, but I don't think I got to it yet. Okay. So now. Remember, OID you must accrete. That means all OIDs, zero coupons, have to be accreted. Secondary market discounts do not. On their premium side, only munis have to be amortized. Only munis have to be amortized. And treasuries and corporates do not have to be amortized. Okay. Again, Clayton, I think you can do it, but I think it's going to take you a long time. If you want to screenshot them, that's one thing, but writing them all down is going to be tough. Okay. Yeah, just keep going, right? Like my wife always said, when we have kids, you never want to get rid of the diaper bag, because once you do, you don't want to get it again. Just keep having kids. So you always have that. Okay. I think so. You just got to get the shares. I know that if you're an underwriter and you start doing a private placement and you don't use a broker dealer, then you can't halfway through come in. You have to basically get all the shares to go through the broker dealer. But I don't see why you can't sell them through a broker dealer, unless there's some obscure rule that they're coming out to that I don't know. Oh no, stick with what you got. Don't change. If you're taking it 4 days, leave it alone, Dylan. Again, boo boo, I love it. Hope I helped, Matt, with your answer, right? So all premiums have to amortize, whether it's new issue or not. Yeah, I know they do a lot of fucking Roman numerals. Kaplan loves Roman numerals and all this shit. So, and again, the test has them, but not nearly as much. Richie, so achievable, you should be high 70s, low 80s. And you should, I think they have a readiness meter. So we see what that says. That's a big one. And if you want to test yourself, I do some, if you go on my practice finals playlist, I have 3 or 4 finals in there where I do them. You can do them with me, or you can go on Notman Mark's website and do their free test, or especially go on the FINRA website and do their exam. But don't do it too much. That should be like just to see if you're when you're pretty much ready, then you do that exam. Dylan, I think you're in good shape. Okay. Now, Matt. Ryan, you asked a question, I'm sure, but I probably didn't get to it yet. Okay. Yes, some Mr. Mead. I am not a fan of Past Perfect at all. I think again, my line is I'm learning CPR. They teach me the MCATs. Okay. Index options. So here's what happens. It depends on the question, Matt. On an index option, he's asking do we take into account the premium or not? Well, it matters. Okay. So if we buy a 2,500 call, and it closes at 2560. Yeah, the Roman numerals are fucking the death of me. So if you have a 2,500 call and the index closes at 2560, or say 2510, that means you're going to get 10 points or $1,000 back. If you exercise that call, you're going to receive $1,000. That doesn't mean that's your profit. They're just asking you what you mean. Oh, got it. I got you, Ryan. I'll get to it. No problem. That's funny. So, yeah, they all suck. So if 2,500, it's trading at 2510, you're going to get 10 points times 100, which is 1,000. That's not your profit. If they ask you your profit, then you subtract the premium or add the premium, depending on what it is. Okay, that's what it is. So if they say you bought a 2,500 put and it closed at 2,490, you're going to get 1,000 points, 10 points, $1,000, and then you're going to get your actual profit or loss. You're going to subtract the premium. So you only do the premium if they say profit and loss. If they just say how much did your receiver get or pay, it's just the in the money amount. Notman, G-Men, Notman is the best for the 79. No, hands down. It's Notman then STC. Those are the two. But Notman is the best one. Okay. Well, if I fired him, I have to report it to the SEC, to the admit. Well, I think probably both. But if a BD fires person A for misconduct, then the broker dealer has to notify the person that they fired them. Okay. And then when you start, I think they both have to do it. If it's only one, I would say it's just A. But if it's both, I think it's both A, the broker dealer and the firm. They report that he has marks. The administrator need to do if they fire for misconduct, they have to do an investigation. They have to figure out whether it's a problem or not. Boom, GR, we're gonna get this. That's a lot. Again, don't sweat the GPLP stuff. The DPPs are barely tested. Okay. No, for the SIE, they probably won't even be on there, so don't worry about them yet. Promptly, but no later than. Here's the thing: promptly, but no later than promptly, but no later than 30 days. Promptly, but no later than 30 days. Emily, how are you? We're taking it tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow or Saturday? I think it's Saturday. You're gonna rock this thing. Okay. You mean when an agent retires? I'll get to that. Yeah, I think you did get it wrong because they can if they cut it. I'll explain why. Saturday 8 a.m. So by 11 to 12 p.m. By 12 p.m. you're gonna be done with that. Okay, so REITs are like mutual funds. I wish I had a thing. So it's like a mutual fund for real estate. So REITs are like mutual funds for real estate. So what they do is they have a package they hold a bunch of real estate. But here's the thing. So it's actively managed. It's like the reason you buy a REIT is to diversify your real estate holdings. Okay, all that stuff. Let me turn the heat down a little bit. It's fucking cold in here. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to be here. I don't want to sweat. Now, so a REIT is a package product. They buy real estate. And here's a couple of things you have to know. One, they have to be 75% invested in real estate. I think it's 75. They have to distribute 90% of their income, just like a mutual fund. Okay. So if they have to distribute 90% of their income, just like a mutual fund, that means it goes through. It's a conduit. If they pass through 90% of their income, then they only pay tax on the 10 that they didn't set through, and then you get the money kind of tax free. You have to pay taxes on it, but it's never been taxed. Also, they're liquid unless it says non-traded or non-exchange listed. But REITs, for the most part, trade on exchanges, so they're liquid. You can buy them on margin and can sell them short. That's what REITs are. They're just like they're like closed-end management companies that manage real estate. That's what they do, and they pass through 90% of their income, not 100%. Now, again, DPPs. If I talk for more than a minute on it, I talk too much. DPPs are like private placements in a way. They're limited partnerships. Okay, so limited partnerships have a limited partner and a general partner. You have to have both. And what they do is it's like owning a business. So there's owning a business. They make money. That passes through to the partners. They lose money. They pass that through to the partners. Now, when they mean lose, most of the time it means a deduction. Okay, it usually doesn't mean that it's that you're actually losing money. It's just you have a deduction, like a write-off. That's what accountants call write-off. They call them losses. Okay, so the whole thing with DPPs, they write off the losses. So if you get money, so let's say me and you, Courtney, are part of a membership. I'm the GP, you're the LP. You put money in, you don't have anything to do with it. You're a passive owner. If I make 10 grand, if my firm makes 10 grand, I'm going to get 5 grand and you're going to get 5 grand. Let's assume we're 50% owners. Then if say it costs me 2 grand to do that, like expenses, I'll get a piece of paper for a deduction for 1,000, and you'll get a piece of paper for a deduction for 1,000 deduction. So you only pay taxes on 4 grand. So remember a couple of things. DPPs pass through gains and losses. It's like owning a company with deductions and all that shit. We have they are not liquid at all. They're not liquid at all. You can't trade them. You're pass through gains and losses. Limited partners can't be involved. GP partners can be involved, can actually run the company. There's all different types. There's equipment leasing. So I guess next filing is right. So the next time you file, that must have been a Kaplan question, Wendy, right? Equipment leasing. You have real estate limited partnerships, and then you have oil and gas, which there's 3 types of oil and gas. There's exploratory, which is like wildcatting. You're just drilling where there's no oil. You have Nah, Bond Buyers, just a magazine. Don't worry about it too much, Emily. Don't overthink it. They have developmental, which is like you're drilling where there's already oil, or you're buying an oil project that's already been gushing, or income, which is just selling the oil. That's the safest one. Okay. It's high level stuff. I'm not going too deep. You're not, and they're not going to be heavy. Remember, DPPs are not liquid, REITs are. Okay. So Ryan, where's your question? Here we go. Hold on. Did your question even come through? Ryan, re-ask your question because I don't see it here. For some reason, it didn't show up. Or I scrolled right past it. Yeah, net income. They distribute net income. So Ryan, re-ask your question because I can't find it. I'm rolling back. I can't find it. Maybe not. Yes, they're exactly opposite. Yes, that's what I just did that video, but that's absolutely true. Okay. Hold on. High 70s, low 80s with achievable. No, Arizona, it's not tested. You may get one question. One fucking question max. Promptly, I guess the thing is, there's no day on it. So I say it's prompt. On my test, it said promptly. It didn't say what is promptly because every place has their own version of promptly. I got to think promptly is the next time as soon as possible. Okay, that's what I got to think it is. Yeah, I'm saying if you're this close to taking a test, don't do any more. Don't do any more. Okay. G-Men, 100% Notman is the best for the 79. And then STC is at number 2, depending on what your firm will pay for. I think I already answered that. Good. GR, we got this. Let's go. I just did LP. So limited partners. So you can have as many limited and general partners as you want. But limited partners don't run the company. They just drop the money. General partners run it. General partners have unlimited risk. They run it. They have to have at least 1% and 1% invested in the fund or in the limited partnership. LPs just put money in and then they hope you do well. They have no control over anything. Boom. Okay. So here's a good question. So they have a deal that if you retire, they do this so people will retire. If you're an agent or an IA, I guess an IAR too, but an agent of a firm, and you want to retire, if you strike a deal with the broker dealer, you sign an agreement, they can pay you for your existing clients a percentage, right? So say you have a $1 million book, whatever, it's not that big, but let's say you have $1 million book right away, and maybe it's paying $1 million in commissions, and it's all your clients, and you want to retire. You can write a deal with the broker dealer. Say, listen, after I retire, I want 25% of the commissions only on the clients that I had before. Okay. It can't be any new ones. So it can't be any new clients. So let's say I have a family, but I don't have the son. And then after I retire, the son signs up. I can't get the son. I can still have the family ongoing commissions. And that's fine. So this week, so what happens is you'll transfer it over to one of the younger guys or girls. They'll take over. They'll keep 75% of the commissions or whatever, but they'll pay you. So yes, a retired agent, not broker dealer, a retired agent can get paid on if they have an agreement before they retire. Good. Okay. If it's material, yes. If it's image, if it's just like font and shit like that, no. But if it's substantially similar, you're fine. But I would say basically, anyone else want to answer Arizona's question about what they're seeing on the 7? Okay. I think if it's materially changed, yes. If it's like substantially similar, then no. Okay, a repo is when the Federal Reserve is buying treasuries from the bank. That's what that is. A tender offer is when like a firm, like the management or a person offers to buy shares. Like, look, the Elon Musk thing was a private placement, but you can almost think the same thing. He offered to buy the shares at 54.20, which is higher than where it's trading at the time. So a tender offer would be a person or management or anyone, a third party, making an offer to buy shares in a bulk purchase to at a price that's a premium to the last sale. So this way, see, I'm getting ready. I'm not leaving yet, but I want to be ready so I can just run out of here and make the train. I don't have to yell at you guys. And they make an offer at a higher price. And usually it's like, it has to be open for at least 20 days. Okay. It has to be open for at least 20 days. And then you can, if you want to participate in it and sell your shares to the tender offer, you can. So let's say my stock is trading, the stock is trading at $40. I'm going to, you know what? I want to buy 30% of the company. I'll make an offer after I buy 5%, I file a 13D, and then to make an offer to buy 30 million shares or whatever at $45 a share. Now that the stock's trading at 40, you go, oh, you know what? Maybe I will sell my shares and make a quick $5. That could happen, or you don't have to do it. But if you decide to sell your shares to the tender offer, it's called tendering your shares. Okay. And there's some rules. They can say, listen, I want to buy 30 million, but not less than 25. They can put contingencies on it. Okay. Okay, for broker dealers, the SEC absolutely is doing net capital. Okay, absolutely doing net capital for broker dealers. Okay, for the IAs, they do it for the state. It's for the federal IAs, but not the state IAs. Again, the SEC would be involved in setting up net capital for broker dealers. Absolutely, and the agents can't, and the administrator cannot make them go higher than that. Okay. On the IA side, if it's a federal covered IA, yes, they are involved. Okay, so if it's a federal covered IA, then the SEC makes the decision on what the net cap is, and the administrator goes along with it. If it's a state level IA, then the administrator sets the net. And it's really, for IAs, it's net worth, and for broker dealers, it's net cap. Okay. Emily, don't worry about the bond buyer too much. Okay. I'm also catching up. Okay. Depends how much. I would say you want close to 100 hours. You want close to 100. It's just because you want to make sure everything's done. Okay. There's no commission on mutual fund. Okay. So yeah, I would say you want to put, depending how you want between like 60 and 100 hours. You can do it in less. I have my analyst class who are doing it in like 60 hours. It just is blitzing it for a week. You just got to put the time in. Okay. Right. So the break even on buying a call or selling a call is strike plus premium. The break even for buying a put or selling a put is strike minus premium. If you buy stock, so I do this one. So it's always when there's stock and an option, it's always stock plus or minus premium. Okay. For break evens, when it's stock and an option, it's so, Katie, I think it will prepare you, but I am always a fan of supplementing. Like I would say, go buy the Kaplan Q Bank. If you have STC, go buy the Kaplan Q Bank so you won't run out of questions. Now, if I'm buy stock and buy a put, those are two buys. So I add the premium to the stock price. So remember that. So when I do options, so if it's buy a call, sell a call, strike plus premium. Buy a put, sell a put, strike minus premium. We got that. We should know that. But if there's stock in an option, it's always stock plus or minus premium. Okay? So it's always stock plus or minus premium. How do I know if I add or subtract? Well, if it's two buys, like buy stock, buy a put, you add. If it's, again, same, sell stock, sell a put, you add. Okay? If you see a buy, so if you see the same, you add, different, you subtract. So buy stock, buy a put, they're adding, they're the same, you add. If it's sell stock, sell a put, you're the same, you're adding. If it's buy stock, sell a call, they're buy and sell, you subtract. If it's short stock and buy a call, they're different, you subtract. Watch this again if you don't get it, Ryan. Hope that helped. No, it's not heavily. Suitability, customer accounts, municipalities, get the suitability is big. No customer accounts. That's such a big thing. You have that. You're good. You're in good shape. Yeah, so the option is going to, so you may get up to 30 option questions, and they might be split. Boom. They could GR, they absolutely could be market versus limit. Absolutely. I have videos on that. There you go, Wendy. That's awesome. So the thing is, you want to make sure you understand the options and the strategy. Like if you're long stock, what do? You buy puts or sell calls. If you're short stock, you buy calls or sell puts. Those are all the things you're doing. You don't want to just be able to do the math. You want to understand the strategy. If I want volatility, I buy a straddle. If I want stability, I short a straddle. If I want bullish, I buy a call or buy stock and buy a put or do a debit spread. All these things. Okay. Joseph, boom. Boom. Hey, and that's the bigger story. That's the bigger fucking story. Congratulations. December 3rd. Awesome. Girl dad is going to soften you up a little bit. You're going to get all weak on me now. No, it's okay. My first didn't weaken me. My first kid was a daughter. I went girl, boy, girl, boy. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I have a daughter born in December. Here's the one thing. Make sure you don't screw them over for Christmas. Okay? G-Man, absolutely. Okay. Once you understand the concept, once you understand options, it's so much easier. But yes, Joe, I'm telling you, here's the one advice. Make sure that you don't screw them over between Christmas and their birthday. That's the big thing. Emily, you better update me. Boom. Okay, Austin, when you buy a mutual fund, you pay NAV plus a sales charge, which equals the POP. You cannot charge a commission. If you buy common stock or you buy closed-end funds or ETFs, you pay a commission but no sales charge. So if you get a sales charge, you're not paying a commission. If you pay a commission, you're not paying a sales charge. Okay. Boom. And Katie, yes, I think it will prepare. I think SEC will prepare you. But if you're not getting it, by the Achievable, they explain it better. But if not, just buy the Cap and Q Bank. And if you reach out to Michael Weiss, he has a code. Yeah, I answered this. Were you not listening? I answered it. I don't remember how I answered it, but I answered it. So I would think that if the BD fired for misconduct, the place that fired him has to disclose it, and the new place has to say, "Oh, this person has it on there." And I got to think that the agent has to make sure it's on there to make sure the U4 is filled out correctly. And then what the administrator do? They have to investigate, because the thing is, he's not convicted of it. They have to investigate. But no, I'm saying it right now. So the broker dealer would have to tell the only thing I can think of is the broker dealer has to tell the administrator. The new broker dealer would have to do it. If they only give you the choice of one, the broker dealer that fired them has to disclose it. And yeah, because the new one shouldn't have to do it. The old one should have to do it, and the agent. And what does the administrator have to do? They don't approve. They would usually have to investigate to find out if it meets statutory disqualification. That's what they have to do. Okay. Arizona, I'm not saying to do it, but if you join my membership and we meet every Sunday night we have a whole thing on options from 8 to 9 p.m. every Sunday. Guys, also, don't forget, go check out Brandon Rith and Susie Rhodes over at Past. Brandon Rith at Basic Wisdom, Susie Rhodes over at Past Masters. They have great videos. They explain stuff pretty well, and they talk slower, which might be better. Okay. They will absolutely put limit and buy limit and sell limit orders on there. 100% they will have that on there. Okay. Again, Joseph Arroyo, I am very happy with you. Okay. Bianca, you're going to come to me on Tuesday, and you're going to come on here and tell me how you passed. I expect you to be on here at 8:30, 8:31, telling everyone you passed, and we can all give you snaps. Have a good weekend. Get some sleep. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I do think the option should make it easier. If you know it. Okay. And guys, remember, I am leaving at 9:30 or a little bit earlier to make that fucking train. So don't throw any last 9:29 questions at me. Okay, give me some answers, Jackie. Interest rates have been rising, given the current economic environment, the price of the stock, utilities. So utilities do a lot of leverage. Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it, Rock. We got it. Yeah. So no, yeah, you don't need approval from the state because unless you're convicted, the only way that you have to do it is if they're convicted. And remember, regulators don't approve. Okay. I'm gonna get it. I am absolutely gonna get it. I will make the train, Rock. Now, Jackie, it's going to be utilities because utilities use a lot of leverage. Because think about it, they know what they're getting every month, right? So they know that they're making a certain amount of money. Like, so if you know you're making, $7 million every month, and it's going to be that way for the next 20 years, you can actually do capital improvement stuff by taking on debt. Okay. So the whole thing is utilities are very interest rate sensitive. That's what you have to remember because they use a lot of bonds and leverage and they kick out dividends a lot. So they use a lot of bonds again. Because look, so say I make 45 grand a month. So I'm making 45 grand a month to 50 grand a month between tutoring and YouTube and all that. Just throwing it out there. I know that's consistent every fucking month, right? So what's going to happen? I can borrow money to do things knowing that I'll be able to pay it off. So I can make my life easier. Instead of waiting for the money to come in, I can go, okay, I'm going to build a studio. I'm going to borrow 100 grand to build a studio, and then I'll pay it off with my income. That's the way it goes. So that's why if you have very consistent income, you are going to probably take on debt to pay it off because debt at a low rate is a good thing. Okay. Not too bad, people. We got through a lot. I think we got through a lot here. Don't forget to check out Brand New Wisdom. Don't forget to go check out Achievable. They are awesome. Michael Weiss is a really good tutor. I'm really good, but he's pretty good too. But he's half my price. He's really good at the 65 and 66. He is a CFA. Okay. So Jackie, do you get that now though? I hope that works. Okay. Because it should be utilities because the other ones don't matter. I mean, unless they're trying for some other way, but interest rate, utility stocks are very much into into interest rate. I'm going to catch that train. So starting next week, I'll be back in good old Chatham. Okay, awesome. Boom. I'm glad I helped. Guys, everyone, Jackie, everyone, Bianca, you're going to nail it. Some people are taking it soon too. Hopefully Jane Doe's off here. Send for options, Rachel. Guys, if you want to learn the options, join the options class. And if you buy the big one, the $50 one, you get the options. GR, man, we got this. You do the options and you get my weekly 7 class. And she basically get 4 classes a month. Do the math on that. It's pretty fucking cheap. I'm giving this shit away. Y'all have a good night. Wash your hands. I will see you all